All right, everyone, Saturn Direct in Pisces. I mean, it's just an incredible energy. It's just, and I pulled this pre-shuffle here. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. It's straight up energy reading. This is very important. This is, Saturn in Pisces is going to be influencing all of the readings for quite some time. You know, it's there in the background doing something. But when I focus on it here, as it goes direct, it's one of those things where you'll notice it, okay? You will notice it. Why? Because while it's been retrograde, things have been a little bit stuck, or it's been hard to get daydreams going. It's been hard to kind of manifest. Not impossible. It just seems like every victory is a little bit of a, well, kind of a five of swords sort of thing rather than a 6 of wands kind of thing. You know, a little bit of that. It has been a little bit. But here we go. Surface energy, pre-shuffle, 7 of Pentacles crossed by the Knight of Pentacles. Now is the time. It's time to start moving. Things start moving. The Lover's card, underneath that, the Chariot. It's like the energy here is that of a, remember the old steam locomotives? Well, I mean, I don't know if you remember them, but they start out really good, really slow, and then they get going and going and going and going and pick up. The old blues men used to use it as a reference point on the guitar, right? If you could do the train, you were pretty good. You needed to keep this nice and steady and then build it up to speed and all that kind of thing. It's all of that. We got the train is rolling here. I got Aerosmith's train kept a rolling all night long, ringing in my head. Right? And there's your Tower. Moments of great change are coming. Things are happening here. Okay? Things are about to happen. Things happen very quickly, surprisingly, when Saturn goes direct. All right? Also, if there's anything karmic that we did wrong or whatever, the lessons come fairly quick with that. Saturn retrograde has left us fairly free to sort of fuck up and do what we want to do. It's been a little of that. This is one of those Saturn Direct. Saturn Direct in Pisces will spank you very quickly. So hopefully you were all good, boys and girls. Okay. I know I wasn't, so I'll be in trouble. But anyway, let's see where we go here. Let's shuffle the deck. The general reading may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. So reading is timeless, and it does occur. I mean, I'm only divining out about a month here. I'll be honest. I'm not going out too far because I want to be accurate. Okay? This first card out's before the cut. Who's attached to you, and why the fuck are we here for it? Let's find out, because we're just pulling on the soulmate cycle. I pulled my offline read for Saturn Direct already for societal energies. Karma, right? That's all I can say. All right, here we go. Oh, I know, even Flem the parrot's worried. He a Pisces, you know. All right, here we go. Here's why we're here. Here's why we're here. It's a big deal. It's the Hierophant, okay? It's the Hierophant. It's a big deal. And fell on the floor is a 9 of Swords. The Hierophant and the 9 of Swords. Somebody attached to you has been staying up all night, pacing the kitchen 2 in the morning with a bottle of whiskey over you. Something about your connection with this person clicks, right? When Saturn goes direct. Something clicks. And just, oh, I get it now. All of a sudden, somebody figures something out. What? 3 Swords. I said, you heard me. I said what? What do they figure out? They figure out that they hurt you. They figure out that they fucked up. They figure out that they love you. Most likely, they figure out that they love you. Somebody figures out that you're important. Somebody figures out that you matter. Somebody figures out that their heart isn't even a heart anymore. It's in shreds without you. Okay? It is what it is. Now let's see where we go. Let's see where we're at. Overall energy of this reading. Saturn direct in Pisces. Somebody definitely feeling like you mean something. Okay? Judgment. I think somebody returns here. I think there's somebody wants a second chance. That is that second chance energy. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-smurfly. And you know if I say abso-smurfly, I mean it. I'm serious. It's a big deal. What's fueling that? The 8 of Pentacles. Somebody here, somebody misjudged you. You were misjudged by somebody. Your connection, I believe, was misjudged by somebody. They were focused on other things, focused on the wrong things. Somebody realizes that they made a mistake. They caught in your web a little bit. Maybe they can't escape it, but somebody here can't escape the notion that they want a second chance. They want to fix that. They want to do something. And Saturn's got their back. Saturn's kind of on board with it. Saturn energy. And Saturn energy is a classic slow burn energy. It's a classic what I call slow medicine energy. And I wrote a whole blog article called Slow Medicine. You can look it up, right? It's an important concept to understand about, especially this particular soulmate cycle. Okay. Here's the energy around your connection with whoever this is. Whew, bit of slow medicine. Here it comes. Right here's the 3D energies around this person. Right here's their soul, the hidden energy, message from the universe, read with the energy of connection. Right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I'll clarify everything. Throw some universe cards at the end. And you bet your sweet asses there's going to be a link for an extended. Because this is pretty powerful energy. Let's see where we go. This is Saturn we're talking about here. All right? I mean, when you get your Saturn return, that's when your life changes. Saturn's energy is powerful. It's slow. Usually around age 27, 28. It's when people grow up. And for some reason, it just happens. People say, well, I'm going to party till I'm 27 or party till I'm 28. Well, that's your Saturn return. Whenever it is for a lot of people, it's somewhere in that zone. It's your Saturn return, and it changes everything. It changes your life. It's where your life changes. It's where your life changes, or it should change. And if it doesn't, it's where you stay stuck. It's where I've seen it. I've seen people, I myself grew up around that time, and my life is completely different now than it was when I was, say, 26, right? But I've seen plenty of people that didn't. They ignored the energy of their Saturn return, and they in their late 40s, early 50s, some of them in their early 60s right now, and they just never grew up. Talk about failure to launch. It just sort of happens. Well, we've got sort of it's not really a true Saturn return on your relationship with somebody, but it's kind of behaving that way. It's sort of a moment of truth, and that's sort of what this Judgment card is talking about here. Will they not pay attention? Will they focus on something else, or will they get it right this time? We find out. Like the apprentice being tested here. What's the energy around your connection? Page of Cups. What did I say? Saturn return, right? A new beginning, fresh start. Yeah? It's the baby new year of your life. Child on one side, grown up on the other. Right? Path before you. Are you going to lead the path? You don't have to become the grown up right away. But if you don't do anything, if you just want to, oh no, I want to cling to this child on this side, you'll stay there. You won't get another chance until your next Saturn return, which occurs generally in your mid-50s. And by then it might be too late, you know. A lot of people stick to it, and they fuck it up. Somebody here is returning. We've got a new beginning happening in this relationship. New love. The love comes back. I got a resurrection energy here, absolutely. Right? Almost like a new dream on some level. What's the 3D energy around this person? The Four of Wands. Yeah, new beginnings. They're starting some new beginnings. They're turning over a new leaf. I get it. And I think they want to communicate this. I've got the blue in the middle. That's throat chakra. Okay? So if they're married, they're communicating they want something new and they want to move in a direction. But somebody's, I think, communicating with you. At least sending you information. Sending you data. Through the psychic waves. Right, through the soul. Their soul is here. It bookends the Page of Cups. Yeah, the Six of Cups. Somebody's showing up. I think this is a new, I mean, you talk about a new beginning here. Somebody here understands your connection. They get it. They're feeling it. They're feeling it. They want to do something about it. Everything I've said just got validated here on a high level. This may be a connection that you thought was long gone. Maybe a little bit tied to that energetic weather update I did earlier in the week. I believe it feels earlier in the week. I think it was yesterday. You know, where we sent Jimmy out for beer, and like, you forgot Jimmy was gone, sort of a thing, and Jimmy shows up with some beer. Somebody's showing up with some beer here. They really understand that Three of Swords. That Three of Swords that came after the cut is something they're really feeling. Okay? I get it. Message from the universe read with the Page of Cups. The Fool. Look, how much more validation, how much more proof do you need from me? Even the universe is saying you're starting over here with this person. There's some kind of do-over. There's some kind of second chance. There's the second life, the second whatever. It's a resurrection energy. It's something that they didn't necessarily want before. Somebody realizes they blew it. Somebody realizes your connection. It happens like that when Saturn goes direct in Pisces. It really does. Because that tower told us that from the pre-shuffle. And that was just on the surface. When you get a tower and just the surface energy, what's the potential final outcome here? Yeah. I mean, I'm not playing around here. I took a peek. Okay? It's red with the Four of Wands. It's the sun. It is, I mean, it's communication. It's the happiest card I could pull. Somebody here, what is that energy that's attached to this? It's the one I often joke sometimes is the inflamed butthole. Where you would go to the doctor to get it checked out, you know? Somebody, I mean, I don't know how you would see that. Most people don't. It might be itchy or something, or maybe you're into that kind of thing, and your partner said, hey, you know, we didn't because you might want to check that out. I don't know. I joke about that, but that's the energy that's here. Somebody may have told this person, hey, maybe you should have paid more attention to so-and-so. It's possible. But somebody here is unhappy with their life and wants to walk a new path, and they want to find out. They're coming to you to get happy, but also to find out why they're unhappy. They think you're the source of why they're unhappy. Can I put it that way? Does that make sense? Okay. It's just my way of reading it, but that's sort of what's there. You're sort of the doctor in this case. They're coming to find out. They feel like they should be happier, but they're not. They think you've got the answer to their happiness, okay? Which is why that Three of Swords is important. It's why I read that as my inflamed butthole energy. All right, let's clarify. Probably waited for this a long time from this person with the Ace of Pentacles there randomly at the bottom. Why is the Page of Cups here? Tell me about it. Tell me about the Page of Cups. Why is it here? I mean, do you even need me here? I think most of the guts we're going to get out of this is, I mean, I don't even know. I mean, definitely the extended, because I don't have a devil on the table. It's too cushy. It's too nice for Saturn. Saturn's not that nice. Somebody fucked up here and they're going to get spanked somehow. Maybe that's why it's inflamed. Maybe they're getting spanked by Saturn. Maybe that's why they come towards you. It's possible. I don't know. Six of Wands, victory after a long battle. And I said that Ace of Pentacles was at the bottom because you may have waited a while. You got to wait a while for this fucker to return. They already erected a statue. You know? What the hell? You're back. Now what do we do with the statue? What's on top? Three of Wands. Why is that here? Ten of Cups. Something you thought would never happen with somebody has the potential. I say potential. I can't predict free will. But the potential is there. All right? It is. It's there. Something you dared not dream actually happens. All right? This reminds me, the energy I get off this is of a friend of mine, someone I met a long time ago. All right? She was from, I don't know, it was either Nebraska or Kansas. I can't remember which one. It was one of those landlocked states. I'm pretty sure it was Nebraska. But anyway, she thought she'd never get to see an ocean. She'd never seen the ocean, right? Came out here, met her through a job. She was somebody who was working for me at a job. And I said, well, I drive out there all the time. I'll take you out. So we hopped in my car and we went out. She saw the ocean. I took her out to my cliff spot, strangely enough. That's why I'm probably drawn to this, right? Standing there. And it was just sort of an emotional moment. It was sort of this kind of thing here, where never thought she'd ever see the ocean. Absolutely blown away. It was blue and it's huge and you can't see the horizon. It's a bit of that. It's something you thought would never happen. It's actually a very emotional reunion of some kind here. Either it happens in person or it's just sort of you have a dream about it and you feel it as though it's real. Okay? And Saturn and Pisces can do that to your dreams. It can make them feel very fucking real. So keep that in mind. That's what's there. I'm just giving you the emotion so you could feel it however you want to feel it. All right? But yeah, she thought she'd never see the ocean. I mean, it was really, for me, it was no big deal. I go there all the time. But for this person, it was like I took her to fucking Mars or something. You know, I mean, it was really, okay, cool. It was pretty magic, actually. There's it was a weird, magical kind of thing in the air. All right? Four of Wands. It is what it is. All right, here we go. Why's the Four of Wands here? I'm not sure. Somebody's very vocal. I'm drawn to that blue spot in the middle. Somebody very vocal here. Yeah. It's crossed by the Seven of Cups. Yeah. Somebody's confused. I said you're the doctor, sort of a thing, when I talk about the inflamed butthole, right? In that analogy, you're sort of the doctor. Somebody's confused why they're not happy when they're feeling this, when this is the energy around the whole thing. Or it could be they're confused as to why you make them so happy and their life doesn't. Either way, they're communicating this, okay? There's just confusion about it. I can dig it. I can dig it, you know. What's on top? Nine of Wands. Well, it ties to this energy over here in my story. One of the things I noticed, and it sort of clicked in my head, we got Saturn in Pisces right now, Pisces being a water sign, a very dreamy water sign, right? One of the things I noticed when I brought that person out to the coast, you know, I thought to myself, I don't know if it was part of the energy or what, but I thought to myself, it must be, because she was a water sign, it must be rough for a water sign to live in a landlocked place. The ocean is a very powerful thing for water signs. It charges them up more so than a lake, or the next best thing would be a river. I would take a river over a lake if you're a water sign that lives in a landlocked place, okay? If you can't go to the ocean, find a river. That's where you're going to get more energy than, say, a landlocked lake in a landlocked place. Okay? So, that being said, somebody here, there's that sun behind that wall. They know the answer. They're well aware of the answer. They've blocked the answer, and they think you sort of remove a block for this person. Or Saturn does. It's very strange. Why is that here? Yeah, the Ten of Wands, yeah. They've got the answer the whole time. You know, it's sort of like somebody figures out, Saturn goes direct, and somebody figures out it was you all along. You were the source of the happiness. But they also figure out that you're the source of the pain. But they also figured out that they caused the pain. Okay? The easiest way I could phrase it. For me, it feels much deeper inside. I just don't want to complicate it. All right? But for me, these are very complicated feelings that I'm having to translate into words. So you could take that very deep if you want to. Six of Cups in the soul. I love cups in the soul. I love Six of Cups in the soul for a soulmate reading. I love this all the way around. The thing about Saturn direct in Pisces, and I'll say it one more time for my fast forwarders, you don't have to wait for it. It's instantaneous. It just happens. Okay? So I'm not saying they reach out right away. I'm not even saying they reach out. I can't predict free will. But I can say that these feelings come rushing in very quickly. Why is the Six of Cups here? Why is the Six of Cups here? 10 Swords. Yeah. This was, it's not like a dormant thing. This is something somebody thought would never happen. It ties to what I said. Again, you've just got to take my story of my Nebraska friend seeing the ocean for the first fucking time. Imagine what that must have been like, you know, for someone who always wanted to see it, saw it in picture books, was fascinated by it, getting to see it. And not just any ocean. I mean, sure. I remember when I had never seen the Pacific Ocean when I first came out here. I remember the first time I saw it, my roommate said, I was living in the valley in what we call the North Hollywood house. And my roommate at the time said, we'll go out. We'll go out and see the ocean. We'll take a ride. So somebody took me. I returned the favor to somebody else. I remember we came down what's called Temescal Canyon here. It's in Pacific Palisades, and you can see the ocean. You get to the top of the hill, and there's the Pacific Ocean. I remember thinking, wow, that's really blue. Not used to that much blue. I was used to, primarily the Gulf of Mexico, which is anything. It looks a little dirty and kind of messy, comparatively speaking. It's a bit of that here. Somebody is seeing something, feeling something for the first time, yet it's something they felt before and shot down. Okay? It's a bit of that. So for my friend that saw the ocean for the first time, it was something that she thought would never happen. right? So she always shot it down and said, well, it's just in pictures, it's just in books. When it finally did, it's a very strong emotional rush. What's on top? The Fool. Yeah, somebody's acting on this. Justice. Somebody's acting on this. This is an energy somebody dared not, that somebody shut down a long time ago. It's back with a vengeance. And they are physically in it. I'm not just talking about emotionally in it. They're physically in it. They're standing there. They're at the ocean. All right? Your connection is the ocean in that analogy. Okay? Wow. And there's Justice. We've been getting that a lot lately. The Fool, why is it here? Let's go. Let's talk to the universe. Got a Fool card. Got a Fool card here. Somebody's acting on these feelings. Absolutely. Abso-smurfly, dare I say. All right. The Fool, why is it here? You know I'm serious when I say abso-smurfly. I'm not fucking around. All right. The Fool. Let's talk to the fickle old gal universe. Got very quiet in this energy, didn't it? Yeah, this is very deep shit. This is a deeper reading than I'm making it out to be. You know, I don't want to overcomplicate it, but I want you to know that these are very deep feelings. These are very, whoever this is some deep shit. Ace of Wands. Somebody makes a sudden move here. The universe says this happens very fast, very quickly. If somebody's going to come towards you, I'm not saying they're going to do it right when Saturn goes into Pisces direct, or Saturn goes direct in Pisces, but I'm saying when they decide to do it, it happens very fast and change comes very quickly. What's on top? Yeah. But what did I say? Look, I can't make this stuff up. Fast. Knight of Swords. They do it very quickly. Okay? Why is that here? Four of Cups. Somebody doesn't want to lose this. It's something they dared not. I'm going to phrase it this way. It's something they dared not allow themselves to dream. Somebody knows that they fucked up. Again, this ties to the Three of Swords, this Four of Cups. They didn't do anything last time. And they vow in this energy that if I ever got a second chance, I'd do it again. I would do it better. If I ever got a second chance to bang Blondie, I'd bang Blondie. That's what I did the first time. Somebody here wants a different outcome. It's an energy of somebody who wants a different outcome. So they act very quickly and swiftly and with determination and with purpose to come your way. Okay? It's what it says. Straight up, talking to the universe. All right? It's like the universe, it's like they say to the universe, well, if I ever got a chance to do it again, I'd bang Blondie. Well, here's your chance. Blondie's out there on the ship. Well, then I'm jumping in the water. Sun, final outcome. What's the sun? What's the final on this? What's the sun mean to my viewers, universe? What does it mean? What's the final outcome on this? Interesting. Sun, very warm card, isn't it? Kind of tropical sort of a thing. It's red. It's crossed by the Five of Pentacles. It's red. It's crossed by winter. There's a sadness attached to this final outcome. Not on your part. On an energy attached to you. It's tied to all of this over here, the Ten of Wands and the Nine of Wands. There's this sadness that somebody could have had this all along. Okay? Could have had it all along. How do I describe this energy? I have to translate feelings into words. I'll use myself. I'll pick on myself here. Okay? I don't like going to the dentist. Okay? I don't. I just don't. Mostly because they're usually pricks who chastise you. I had one who yells at you, well, you haven't been in a while. Why haven't you been? I don't want to hear it. Just shut up. I know. Just pull the fucking tooth and shut up. Anyway, I lived with a toothache for a long time. A long time I would just pop Advil and I was fine, you know, blah, blah, blah. When I finally went and got it taken care of, I was kind of mad at myself a little bit because I didn't have to suffer through that. It wasn't that big a deal. And yeah, he berated me a little bit for not going sooner and all that kind of stuff. Whatever. But once it was taken care of, it was taken care of. It was done. And I could have taken care of it a long time ago. And I kind of felt bad about that. Kind of felt like that. It felt, you know, kind of mad at myself. That's the energy that's here. You make somebody very happy and they realize that Three of Swords didn't have to happen. The Three of Swords that was after the cut didn't have to happen. Could have taken care of this a long time ago. It's that, but it's not just that. It's an anger at themselves a little bit, okay? For leaving themselves out in the cold, for realizing it might be their fault. Definitely, whoever this is to you, and it'll vary for all of you. It might not be who you think it is. It's somebody who definitely realizes that whatever happened between you two is their fault and they could have fixed it a long time ago. Okay? But maybe they were afraid to. Maybe they're just stubborn. Maybe, I don't know. All right? Chariot. Wow. Wow. Why is that here? The Queen of Swords. Somebody's very determined to set something right. Okay? So that's why, that's the reading. That's really what's here. Somebody's very determined to set something right, but there is a self-loathing in this Five of Pentacles crossing the sun. Okay? Could have taken care of it a long time ago. Could have done it. And perhaps in a tie-in to my dental story, it's sort of something where once you do have a conversation with this person, they also realize that it wasn't as bad as they thought it was going to be. You know, something along those lines. All right? It is what it is. It's just my way of describing the energy to you. It's the easiest way I can put it. It's deeper than just somebody realizes that they should have done this a long time ago. That's not deep enough. There's a core anger. There's a core anger that causes change within a person. And we see that here. The Knight of Swords brings a message of change, right? Now, I no longer would sit with a cavity or a toothache for more than two days if I had to. I'd go get it taken care of, right? Because it was no big. So somebody here is fundamentally changing. So your connection has fundamentally changed somebody's point of view on love or on happiness or on how long they're willing to sit in a bad relationship, whatever it is. And that happens as Saturn goes direct, because Saturn activates a lot of karma when it goes direct. And it's going direct in a very dreamy sign. You know, if it makes us happy, a very creative, dreamy sign, and if we're at all stifled, it all comes back and we act on it very quickly. We start saying things like, oh, if I ever got a second chance. Those second chances arrive in this energy. And somebody here acts very quickly on it. We'll see what else the universe wants to tell you. 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. I like this. I like this energy. It applies in your life too, keep in mind. If there's anything in your life where you said, oh, if I ever get a second chance, well, it's coming. You might just get your second chance. What are you going to do? Make sure you know in advance. All right? Because I got a most powerful card I can pull. I got the World. I got Strength. Message for you. And an Ace of Pentacles. And a Six of Wands. You've got a second chance at something coming outside of this. Not just this. Something else. Okay? So make sure, whatever it is you put out there, if I only had a second chance, you got a chance at it. Attack it with passion. Okay? In this energy, you could be very successful. This energy does not reward lazy, though. And I've talked about that. It's part of the new cycle we're in. So keep that in mind. All right? Selfish decisions, not going to fly in this energy. You'll get spanked quite a bit. Now that Saturn's going direct, that old karma spanking machine is back in place. All right? Let's pull some wicked voodoo on this. Let's go deeper into this connection and into this second chance you get. Let's see what's going on here. All right? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want the extended, the link's at the top of the description. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. This is really nice. Good luck.